John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. And Chris, we're not in for ideal baseball weather in this one. It's cold out there, so it'll be interesting to see if that impacts the game at all.
Boog, this is one of those nights where position players want that pitcher to have a nice tempo. Keep things moving. Don't take forever in between pitches because it just makes it colder out there. You get stiffer and you're not ready to make a play like you need to be. So that's the emphasis, I think, on cold nights like this.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the hill in this one, Luis Severino. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man. Not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous. Sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters. And a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Nick Madrigal. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. The pitch. And a foul ball. At the belt and fires. And another ball. Fouls one off. 2-2. Severino kicks, deals. Runner takes off for third. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Narvaez makes the catch. And there's one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
Seiya Suzuki in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
That one missed. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
In the air to left center. Marte going after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
That is good. The designated hitter, Patrick Wisdom.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Patrick Wisdom. On the corner for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Couldn't chase that time. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Bellinger up to hit, and that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The pitch. That one's in there, and that's strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
1 ball.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Just misses. And the count is 2-2. First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Severino. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Dansby Swanson waiting to hit for the Cubs. And the right-hander deals. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And a base hit. Headed for the plate. 1 run is in. The relay. Save. And they lead by 2.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Fastball for a strike. In the air, left side. Nimmo ranging after it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. He's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
The shortstop takes a ball. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 gone.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Here's your 1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And that one almost got him. 1 out, base is empty. Righty delivers. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one. Punched out the first two hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Strike two.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
And that just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Next offering is outside. Two out, space is empty. Not close with that one, and the count is filled up. Outside, and that is ball four.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So two down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Alonso leads off first with two down to the inning. And a pitch. Foul ball there. And there's a ball. Two outs. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back here at Citi Field. And now, Ian Happ. And a pitch. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
Batting it, the catcher, Yan Gomes.
Here's Yan Gomes. Swings through that.
0-1.
And that's in there at the knees. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, but he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them.
Batting none. The
Matt Mervis, the next Cub to hit.
Matt Mervis.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
This strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
There's a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Not even close there. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're up 2-0. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. Taya back to work. Ball 1 low. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pat sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Ronnie Mauricio. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
One thing that stands out is the rookie's ability to generate doubles. It's early, but he's already collected a few extra base hits this season.
And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He decides to hold on to it, and they don't get an out on the play. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Omar Narvaez up now for the Mets. And that one is lifted in the air. Touches down. That's a hit. Here comes the throw. But it's offline. He will score. And now they trail by 1.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
1 down. Here's Starling Marte. Golden opportunity right here. Fought off foul. Home team down a run. Bottom half of inning number 2. That's out to center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Squeezes it. Both runners tagging from second and third. And now the runner will score from third on a wild throw.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That just misses, and that is ball 1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
On the ground, right side. Mervis takes it to the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. We are tied 2-2. So there it is. The crew chief has made the decision, and they're going to delay the game. The weather just too much to keep playing right now.
Well, hopefully the break isn't too long. I think this could pass through pretty quickly, Boog, but I'm no weatherman. I do know this. These pitchers want to be able to stay in the game, so we'll see.
The line to kick the pitch. Horner leading things off and takes a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
On the ground to short, Lindor. Whips it across. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And up next for Chicago, Nick Madrigal. First time up was a pop out. And a good eye there. Tied up here in the early going. Pitch misses there. And that's ball 2.
2-0.
And here it comes. And that one wrapped foul. Up and in. 3-1. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And there's a foul ball. Suzuki getting the start in right. 29 years old, and he was born in Japan. Madrigal, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you could start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made a chase and got the quick strikeout.
Patrick Wisdom, the next Cub to hit. The walk and a run scored his first time. Just missed.
0-1, no strike.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Nope.
That's off the mark. 2-0. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Cody Bellinger on deck for the Cubs. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And a 3-1 on the way. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Bellinger in the box now. Takes strike 1. First and second, 2 down. Narvaez drifts towards it, makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The right-hander back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Lindor swings through that one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That one misses. Now 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
So up next for New York, DJ Stewart. Struck out swinging his first time. foul back our way, and that's out of play. And he deals.
I got one ball,
And a
one
pitch out, but nothing going on. The 1-1. Way out front for strike two.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Runner on the move. Caught and missed. Gomes. Too late for the throw. Safe. Here's Pete Alonso. He reached out to walk his first time.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
That misses. Ball 1. 1 out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Next pitch is outside. Man at second. The 2-1 is high.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Helpful.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. And that is that. Mets leave 1, and this game is still tied at 2-2. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Alonso drifts towards it. Reaches over the wall. And he's got it.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
In half up to hit. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. And the pitch. Good eye right there.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it out.
Now it's Yan Gomes. And first offering is fouled off. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And they'll do it again. Yan Gomes wait. And it skips in the dirt.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single.
This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Everything came together for him. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
M.E.T.S in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike on the inside corner.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom 4. So now here's the Mets DH, Ronnie Mauricio. Taya back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Kicks and deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Missed inside with the curve. Got him. And there's one down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. And the righty deals. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner at second. Omar Narvaez getting ready to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1. And fouled off. Bounced up the middle. Swanson fires over to first. 2 away.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Starling Marte up to hit. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Pitch misses there. 1-0. Two outs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And a ball and 2 strikes. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of.
Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Nico Hoerner. Here comes a pitch. Misses off the inside. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Cubs finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. The pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Good eye in that spot. The other way, and it goes just foul. And a pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nick Madrigal now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Outside. There's the strike. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, out to left. Nimmo makes the play. 2 away down. Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. In there at the knees. Strike 1. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. The pitch. Severino with another strikeout. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Score remains 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. The wind to the pitch. Line drive. Makes the catch, one down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor up now to Mets. And there's the strike. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Stays alive. He goes down looking.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
That one ripped. And that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Ball that low.
Next offering is down low.
That's a really good take.
Swings and misses, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Adam Ottavino. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Wisdom measures 6 feet 2 inches. 32 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then By the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Bellinger stands in now and watches strike 1.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Left-hand hitter waits. And a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Well, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Dansby Swanson stands in. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a strike on the outside edge. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. Fires over to first. And Swanson is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they go quietly there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5-6 coming up. Back now for the bottom of the 6th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Drew Smiley.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
The wind and the pitch. Sneaks through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Ronnie Mauricio will hit next. 1 for 2.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Snap throw to first. And he dives back in safely. And a pitch.
Ball, that's out.
And a count 1-2. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Just off the inside edge. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And that's ball 4.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Wouldn't chase that time. And a pitch. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. with the go-ahead run standing at second as we play game one of this 4-game series. And down on strikes he goes, and that is a big first out. Omar Narvaez at the plate.
Now batting, catcher.
Mets going with a pinch hitter, Francisco Alvarez.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Brew. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Two on, one out. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And now the lefty got him swinging. At the plate, Starling Marte. And that one fouled off. Nimmo on second. Mauricio at first. 2 out of the inning. And here it comes.
That's outside.
Hit hard on the ground is short. They get the force, and that is the inning. 2 left for the Mets. 6 innings behind us. All square at 2-2. So remaining in the game defensively, Francisco Alvarez. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter. And he grounds one back up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Go ahead run on base. Yan Gomes, the next Cub to hit. And fires in a fastball at 95.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one not close. And the count is 1-1. Right-handed reliever. Ground ball left side. Into the outfield base hit. Throw holds him at second. But the go-ahead run now in scoring position. And still nobody out. First and second. No outs. And next for the Cubs, M.E.T.S. Fought off foul. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. The new pitcher in the game, Joey Lucchesi.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And a pitch. Just missed. Now fly ball to right center. Marte moves under it. And there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And now it's going to be Nico Hoerner. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bounce to the left side. Baden. There's one. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches.
City Field, bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. The lefty fires. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
The punch out there. One gone here. So the batting order turns over. Now it's going to be Francisco Lindor. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. Just off the outside corner. Going to count 1-2.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile off. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boo, get back on track. His team needs him.
Stewart stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And there's the strike. And that's outside. And a count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Nick Madrigal. Lucchesi back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. That's down and in.
2 balls, no strike.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And another ball. And that's in for a strike.
Oh, boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Adrian Hauser.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And the right-hander deals. Good job to fight that one off. The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss. First out in the top of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one ripped, but foul. Popped up. Sizing this one up. Brings it in. 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Patrick Wisdom. A strikeout and a walk. A hit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Lifted in the air, right center field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. As the lefty gets to work. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. 1 away on a drop 3rd strike. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Misses outside. Ball 1.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
To the right side. Corner over to first. And now 2 gone.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Got it by him for the K. Mets go down quickly. We go to the 9th. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Here comes a pitch. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Left-hand batter waits. That clips a corner. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
The pitch. Hard grounder into the out for a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now here is Dansby Swanson. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Right through there for a strike. Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
0-2 now. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high. mind that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you. It kind of makes you look silly.
So up next, Ian Happ, the Happ Daddy. Down the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1.
His club is very happy he's at the plate in this moment. He loves hitting in these high-leverage situations, and he seems to deliver the goods more often than not.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
Righty to the plate. That one ran inside, almost got him. Trying to keep this a 2-2 game here at the top of the ninth. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher.
Yan Gomes, the next Cub to hit. Runner takes off. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in the scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
Righty delivers. Outside low. And it's 3-0.
I know it's 3-0, but I'm letting him swing here if he likes the pitch. Why not?
And there's the automatic. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Matt Mervis, the next Cub to hit. That clips the corner.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Oh, 2 now. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2
First
strikes,
and second, 2 down as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Out there to center. Makes the catch, inning over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. We are tied 2-2. Now into the game, Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll be patrolling center field. And stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. The line to kick the pitch. And a big swing and a miss. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Adbert Alzolay up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Leiter also getting ready. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And he deals. And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gomes to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, there's no shorting up with 2 strikes right there. I mean, it looked to me like he had one thing on his mind, and that was trying to end this ball game. You know, it's kind of surprising since he was leading off this inning, but when you look at the long ball and how often it's relied upon in terms of scoring runs, being able to win ball games, I guess I'm not so surprised with the way he went after that with 2 strikes. That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Marte, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that's down and away.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next offered in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. And a good eye there. Brett Beatty waiting to hit for the Mets. The 3-1. And a foul ball. And a payoff pitch. On a line out towards center. Crow Armstrong makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to extra innings. And here is Nico Hoerner. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it. He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention, even if you're sitting on the pitch. Good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
My drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. He didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
Strike 2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And there's a foul ball. 2 on, 1 out. That's off the mark. 1-2 to count.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Up and in, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit, getting his first plate appearance here in extra innings. He entered the game as a pinch runner. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move, and he lays down a bunt. Alonso to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
So they go with the suicide squeeze attempt, and it couldn't have worked out any better. A run scores, and they don't give up and out. Man, this can snowball into something bigger if they keep it going. Perfect execution.
The Cubbies trying to break this one open. And here in extra innings. The next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Two on, 2 outs. Rip towards third. Beatty to first. And Swanson is set down. They back now and on the mound. And now Brett Beatty. The pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Strike three, got him swinging. And one away. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that one fouled off. Fastball for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
The next offering misses. Now 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And that's in the dirt. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the last half of the 10th. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Stewart swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. And your final 4-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining.